Wrestlemania. Welcome to the Ad-itude era. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. Welcome to Wrestling Council. I'm your host, Bob. Doing as always with a good friend, Hollywood Frank.
Here we are, baby. And now,
Good
for the
Lord.
next 35 minutes, ads from our sponsors.
Good God. You can catch us here most Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about all these in wrestling. You follow us on scrolling below, also in the description as well. And good Lord, man, if you needed any evidence that TKO had their fingerprints all over this, you got it. There was almost as many ads as there was actual wrestling on the show. And that is a fact. And I've got the numbers for night one. I didn't bother.
So do I.
With night two. All right. I'm sounding low. All right. Let me see what's going on here. How's that? Is that better? Hopefully that's better. All right. But yeah, man. Woof. It was something.
Maybe it's just the sirens on the road with Maldacito's driving.
Yeah. We'll see. But
a little better.
A little bit better. All right. Let me see here. But you see Logitech cam, microphone, Yeti. Yeah. All right. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you fine. I don't know about Maldacito.
I don't know. There might be some kind of interference going on between here and there or whatever. But yeah. The ads were pretty insane.
Yeah, they were.
Night one, like I said, I had an hour and 22 minutes of wrestling. Some people said there was more. The way I did it, I went from bell to bell. So, all right, thanks, buddy. Hour and 22 minutes of actual wrestling, and an hour and 8 minutes of ads. So there were literally only about 14 minutes more wrestling than there were ads. But man, it was crazy. But appreciate you being here, brother. Maldacito was first. Said, "What's up? What's up, Maldacito?" I know it's been a while, guys. I don't expect.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Hello.
What's up?
What's
up?
I don't expect a whole lot of people. Like I said, we've had a couple of really rough weeks, but we're here. We're hanging out and
doing our thing.
Going to be talking about some Wrestlemania. Maybe touch on Wrestle Dream a little bit. And so all right. Before we get into it, let's go ahead and do our favorite segment. We haven't done it in a little bit. Let's go ahead and do the good, the bad, and the ugly. And there's a lot to say.
Yeah.
It is a odd number, so it is that guy. Oh, my screen's flipped. Okay, that way.
This guy.
That guy. What's your GBU, man?
I don't personally agree with the decision. I know some people out there do. Honorable mention. Some people are happy about Darby Allin being a world champion.
Yeah.
I'm not one. I'm not one of those people. But
Yeah, we've
for
talked about this many times.
MJF to you know do that and give Darby Allin the rub, kudos to MJF.
Oh yeah, he's a
But
company guy, man.
yes, but my GBU is all about Wrestlemania. The good night 2 better than night 1.
Oh God, by light years.
Started off good. Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I was surprised that opened.
Yeah, good match. If that is his swan song for Lesnar, hell of a career for that man.
Yep.
WWE champion, UFC champion.
Yep. Oh my God, how many times a WWE champion?
Ended the streak for the Undertaker.
Yep.
He
was the measuring stick for a long time.
Yeah, the beast. So
yep. The beast incarnate.
And then I enjoyed the final match, the main event, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk.
Yep. That was probably the best match of the entire.
That's probably the best CM Punk we've seen.
Oh God, yeah.
Since he's been back.
It was up there. It's definitely. I would say this was as good. Or maybe better than the cage match he had with McIntyre.
Yeah. I mean, Punk deserved his WrestleMania moment, and he proved that he could go. So
yeah, he definitely. I thought there was going to be some problems. The storytelling in it was really good.
Yeah, just back and forth. I mean, it was really good. The bad.
Everything else.
Pretty much. Night 1. Bad.
Oh yeah.
Like, I give it 2 stars for night 1.
Oof. Wow. I mean, I'm not quite
maybe two,
bad,
maybe 2.5, but that's it.
Pretty bad.
2.5 at best for night 1. Night 2, 3.5. It would be 4, but you had to insert Danhausen.
You knew they were going to, man.
And the midgets.
You knew they were going to, man.
Vertically challenged, little people, whatever you want to call them.
Half a mofo.
It is. I understand you knew they were going to, but you had deserving people that should have been there. Julia. Where's she at?
Oh, yeah.
Io Sky comes out for Rhea Ripley. You had no Kabuki Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
You could have done a match with Io versus Asuka.
Yep.
There's so many things they could have done.
There was at least an hour of ads on night 2 as well. So,
and then my ugly is just, she said, the ads, and combined a little over 7.5 hours combined for the 2 nights of WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Combined less than 3 hours of actual wrestling.
Mm-hmm. There was more on night 2.
Hour 22 in night 1, and hour 26. Hour 22 night 1, hour 26 in night 2.
Yep.
Yes, it was 20 minutes less of for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Malasito. They have nothing with Julia from the very
They
beginning.
have not done her. No. I
But-
would argue that they haven't done. I mean, I would argue that they haven't done Penta and Ray right either.
No.
They haven't done those Motor City Machine Guns right. The
Yeah,
only people they did, the only people they've done right, they did Jade. We'll give Jade a pass because they at least made her world champion.
And I was actually pleasantly surprised by her match with Rhea Ripley.
It was better than I thought it was going to be. It still wasn't great.
No, but you're right. It was better.
And it was short.
10 minutes.
Yep. I think that was the longest. Was that the longest women's match?
The
women's matches weren't very long.
The tag title might have gone a little bit longer. But the singles
I'll have
matches,
to double check.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long the tag title match went.
I know Liv and Stephanie Vacour was only like 7 minutes.
Yeah. But ads after ads after ads.
Yep.
I don't need to see Jelly Roll. I didn't need to see the whole Pat McAfee thing. When he got taken out and sent to the back, great. Let Randy and Cody wrestle. I'd preferred Randy Orton be the world champion. Originally, that was supposed to happen. They changed their mind.
That's a TKO thing right there.
And then Mark Shapiro already came out and said that TKO is the head of creative for WWE.
Yep.
So
he flat out admitted he's the one that inserted McAfee into Cody.
Yep.
And even Pat McAfee admitted he didn't understand it. But yeah, and then Shapiro made that ridiculous comment where he said he thinks that Pat McAfee can be the Sylvester Stallone of this generation. I was like, you're high. He has nowhere near the charisma that Sylvester Stallone had. That's a ridiculous statement.
But combined, I would give it total WrestleMania 3 out of 5 stars.
Yes, I'm a little. 3 out of 5. Okay.
Yeah, it's combined the two nights.
5.
3 out of 5.
Okay. I'm going on a 10 scale. So.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, God, Lord, dude, you were really low. Jeez.
3 out of 10. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like
3 out of 5. 2.5 stars night 1, 3.5 stars night 2.
Yeah.
Combine that for 3. So that's my GBU.
All right. My GBU, my good. I agree with you. I think that Roman Punk match on night 2 might be the best match I've seen in WWE in years. Just not necessarily the in-ring action, but the storytelling of it. Because what's the story been between him and Roman this whole time? Punk's old. He can't go anymore. You know, obviously the two guys absolutely freaking hate each other. And if you look at the story they told through that match, especially right at the end, it looked like Punk was gassed.
Yep.
It looked like he was gassed because he tried to go for another GTS, couldn't get him up. Roman was able to put him down. And then also they had Punk like collapsing at the end of the match.
Yep.
So, and just great storytelling. This match was obvious that they weren't going to do a clear heel face thing, but they definitely did. These guys hate each other so much they'll do heel stuff to each other. Because that's where you get the low blows and all that stuff going on. So Punk did some very heelish things in the match because even though he's been like a uber babyface since he came back, he did some very heelish things in the match because these guys, the way they hate each other.
Yep.
And the story that they were telling was that Punk and what happened at the end, Punk got gassed or at least it looked like he got gassed, and he went down, and that's how he lost. So the storytelling in it was fantastic. Hey, there's Big Daddy. What's up, Big Daddy Guardy, guys? Appreciate you, man. The original learning tree, guys.
Hey, yo.
Big Daddy always doing his thing over on his channel.
Got that
Appreciate you, man. What'd you think about WrestleMania, Big Daddy? I know. Me and you, we pretty much agree on what happened with Wrestle Dream, especially with the world title. But couple of surprises at WrestleMania. Overall, me and Frank were talking. We were pretty disappointed. But yeah. So my good was
Reigns Punk, yeah.
Reigns Punk. I was pleasantly surprised with Rhea versus Jade. It was still not a great match, but it was better than I expected it to be. Obafemi and Brock was exactly what I personally feel like it needed to be. Obviously, what happened after the match was a shocker. I didn't expect that, at least not this soon. But and honestly, until the end, the match between Cody and Randy was good. Obviously, the ending, I don't agree with the ending. I think the ending was terrible, and I can't stand that McAfee was involved with it. You know, you take those two things out. That's a very, very good, solid match. But yeah, so that was that. But yeah, Punk Reigns it was probably the best WrestleMania match I've seen in years. I would say that was easily as good, if not better, than Cody Roman from 2 years ago. And it was definitely, like you said, it was either the best match or right up there with that cage match that he had with McIntyre when he first came back for Punk. And Punk got himself into pretty good shape for this. Reasonably so.
Yeah, I mean, joking aside, we call him Fragile Phil sometimes.
Yeah, he held up. That was my good. My bad.
Which one?
I 1000% agree with you with the Darby MJF decision. Max is arguably the hottest he's been since they put the belt back on him. He's finally gotten over the stigma when they tried to turn him face. They got it. He's back to being the Max that we all love to hate. His reign, his title reign was running smooth. It was the best that his title reign was the hottest it's been since he got the belt.
Yeah.
Arguably, Darby was at his coldest in years. Okay. Is he still popular? Obviously, especially among young kids. But comparatively to where he was, 4 or 5 years ago, we'll say his hottest. He was at his hottest 3 years ago, before he got hurt, and then before he left to go climb Mount Everest. Obviously, he's one of Tony's darlings. He's the company guy. He's always glowing about AEW. I'm not shocked they put the belt on him. I'm shocked they put the belt on him now, especially in the middle of Max's reign. Now, obviously, a lot of people are saying, look, he's not going to have it for long. Max will probably get it back. But to me, that just diminishes the both of them by doing what they did. So completely disagree with the direction they went there. Another, my other bad is, inserting Pat McAfee into Cody versus Randy. Completely unnecessary, stupid move. I know, obvious. They've completely pulled the veil back. TKO is 100% in charge. We've been talking about it for months now. Actually, probably the last year or so, that they have stuck their nose in more and more and more and more, and now it is clear they are mandating what's going on. They are deciding. They are making all the major decisions are coming from on high, and that is the worst thing. That was the worst case scenario when we back all the way back when TKO first bought WWE. I said, I hope they don't do to WWE what they did to UFC. Because arguably, especially when they started making creative decisions on UFC, in my eyes, has become very diminished over the last 10 years. And I was worried that they were going to do that even more so with WrestleMania, because wrestling is far more cinematic. And sure enough, we got confirmation, right straight from the horse's mouth this weekend, that TKO is in charge. So that's terrible. And my ugly, I'm going to go a little bit different direction than you, although I completely agree with you. The ads were, good Lord God Almighty. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that for a while. But my ugly is Cody's eye. Dude, I was talking to our boy Antonio.
It's sexual, baby.
And Boogie this weekend. And you remember they actually put it on the cover. I actually found that cover. It was on the cover of Pro Wrestling Illustrated. When Big Van Vader's eye got basically exploded in his eye socket, he was wrestling Bret Hart, and it literally looked like they call it the hamburger eye, where it was just nothing but mangled flesh and blood in his eye socket.
Yep.
That's what Cody's eye looked like at first. Now, clearly he's been to see a doctor. They've cleared it up quite a bit. It still looked nasty on Raw last night, but it didn't look anywhere near as bad as it did after it happened. Dude, it looked like he got friggin'. It looked like someone shot him in the face. When Randy gave him that punt kick. And that brought up a very interesting point that some people have been saying, that if because Randy just recently brought the punt kick back.
Right.
If Randy's going to keep using the punt kick, he might want to start using a shin pad like guys like Punk and Rey Mysterio and those guys use. Because obviously, and I've watched that kick over and over and over again, and I've watched other people on YouTube and whatnot watch it. With his daughter, Big Daddy with his granddaughter. That's awesome. It's clear that Randy pulled it up right at the end, so he did not just full on tee off on him. But even so, Cody caught all of that. He caught all of it. You could see his head snap back. And it might be that, like I said, it's WrestleMania, and they're like, hey, bring it tonight. Let's go, don't hold back. We're gonna do it. But yeah. It was gnarly, dude. Yeah, it looks like it's not quite as bad as it because I thought he broke his eye socket.
Yeah.
I thought you're froze up again. There you go. I think what it is your camera is like if you're too still, it just stops.
Possible.
But yeah, I do have a new. I have a WrestleMania. I have a WWE hat coming, so I can retire this one because this one's getting wore the hell out.
Yeah,
that's the way I am with hats, though, man. I wear the same hat until it dies.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll see a new wrestling hat. In a few weeks. But yeah, so that's my GBU. But yeah, we got to talk about the Ad-itude era. It was bad. She's like I said, night 1, 22 minutes of wrestling on an almost 4-hour show. You had an hour and 22 minutes of wrestling. And you had an hour and 8 minutes by my count of ads.
Yeah.
That means you only had 14 minutes more wrestling than you had ads on your biggest of the year, biggest in the industry show. You had almost as many ads as you had actual wrestling. That's unacceptable. Okay, if you want to send a clear message of corporate greed, say no more. You have freaking succeeded. My God, that was awful.
And it's not like they're not making money.
They're making money hand over fist. Shapiro himself came out and said, yeah, we're making a lot of money. We want to make even more. But it's at some point you're going to hit, and I think they've already hit it. You're going to hit that point of diminishing returns.
No, they got diminished returns on their number of people in attendance.
Yeah.
A little over 50,000 first night and 55,000 night 2.
Yep.
Could those numbers be bloated a little bit? Sure.
Yep. Well, even so, they had to drastically drop the price of their tickets.
Yep.
Just to fill out WrestleMania. WrestleMania is the one show that they should have no trouble selling those tickets. They should be sold out before the freaking show starts. They weren't, and from all reports, they were not sold out. They were close.
No, they weren't sold out either night.
No, they weren't sold out either night. They were close, but they weren't sold out. Did you ever think, since the Attitude Era, since Austin forward, that you would ever hear WrestleMania doesn't sell out? No. First time in almost 30 years that WrestleMania did not sell out. And it's because they jacked the price up so badly, and they did not do a good job of booking the show.
And they forced it to be 2 nights.
Yeah, and it was everything. It was changing the venue after they announced that it was going to be in New Orleans. Changing the venue, changing it to 2 nights, changing it to just the whole thing with we're going to black it out locally. All these decisions to suck as much money as you possibly can out of the people, like a freaking vampire, and with that, and not even being clever about it or anything like that, just flat out saying, we just want more money.
Yeah. And some of the prices for the food and the merch that was there that I saw online.
That's another thing I saw. A lot of people were complaining that the merchandise was terrible. Like the catering was bad. The stuff that was available during the show was bad. It was like they slashed the budget on that as much as they possibly could. And It was, and the presentation of it just wasn't the presentation of it just wasn't good.
No, I do have you one special good, and congratulations to Montez Ford and Bianca Belair on
We were right about what we said though.
On their soon to be new addition to their family. So congratulations to both of them.
Yep. So it'll be a while before we see her back.
Yeah.
But and I guarantee you that's the reason why Tony's not there.
She won't be back till next year.
Yeah, Tony won't be back till next year either. Yeah. For pretty much the exact same reason. But yeah, kudos to them. You know, congratulations. You know, hope they're good parents, and hope the kid comes out okay and everything's good.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree. I also agree with you too. There, Mal, to see the thrown together card of Gunther versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, and I will give them a little bit of a pass on that because injuries did derail quite a bit of their plans. With Braun and Bronson going down, Seth injured, and they weren't sure they were going to have him back before the show. So there was I'll give them a little bit of that.
Yeah, but do we really want to see Paige and the Bellas with the tag titles?
No.
Said
that from the start. But we knew that was the plan. As soon as Brie came back along with her sister, we knew that that's where they were going. They're going to put the tag belts on them. But the other thing too is the with all these ads and whatnot, they could have booked such a much better show.
Oh yeah,
they could have booked a much better show and just take 20 minutes off of those ads from both nights. You've got 2 10-minute matches right there.
Put every title on the line at WrestleMania.
That's the other thing. The tag belts, nowhere to be seen. You know, the women's mid-card belts outside of the
Intercontinental.
Yeah, the Intercontinental title, nowhere to be seen. You know, you put all this friggin' energy and time into these new women's mid-card belts, and the only reason you even had one of them on the show was because one of the classic stars that you brought back, that you're sacrificing Becky Lynch to, was involved with it. That's it.
Yep. Yeah, you had neither men's tag titles on the line because you had a triple threat match.
Yep.
Or yeah, with the Vision and ISO Speed. You had R-Truth and Damian Priest nowhere to be found. They were on SmackDown.
Yep. R-Truth and Damian Priest should have been like the curtain jerker for the show.
Julia nowhere to be found.
Yep.
Just
and not only that, but you truncated the time on Liv Morgan and Stephanie McCourt was that's one of your women's world title matches. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. You couldn't take that 8 minutes from night one on the hour and 8 minutes that you did for ads. You couldn't take that 8 minutes and give it to your women's world champions. No, I did not feel the spectacle. I did not feel the spectacle of WrestleMania this year. I mean, and here's the other thing: do the entrances don't need to be 20 minutes?
I timed it from the second her music hit to the bell rang. The Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill. When Jade Cargill's music hit till the bell rang to start the match, for them both to come out, 7 minutes, 13 seconds.
Yep. That's one entrance.
That's just one match with Bianca. Jade and Rhea coming out.
Yep.
Combined 7 minutes, 13 seconds for the two of them.
Yeah, the entrance was almost longer than the match. It was ridiculous. I need to pull up because I know that was it even some of the men's matches. I think Gunther Seth was only like 17 minutes, was like 16, 17 minutes. You know, which okay, I get that. But like actually I think they said that Cody Randy was less than 20 minutes.
Gunther Seth was 15:45. Cody
Okay.
Randy was 5 seconds under 23 minutes.
Okay, so it was actually a little longer than I thought. Okay, which was there was a couple of the men's matches that were like really short. Well, I know Brock and Oba was only like 6 minutes,
Yeah.
but I figured that match was going to be 10 minutes tops. The IC ladder match was like 10 minutes. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, that one was a really short one too, considering how many people were in there. Trick. What was Trick versus Sami Zayn?
8.5.
Yeah, that one was fairly short. What about the
7 minutes for the iShow Speed?
Yeah, that one I'm glad was short because that match was that you want to talk about. Why didn't you just have Logan Paul versus LA Knight or Austin Theory versus LA Knight? Why or you could just do Logan Paul and Austin Theory versus the Usos. There's a tag match.
Yeah, there's another guy getting wasted. Logan or LA Knight.
Yeah. Oh, completely wasted.
And now you talk about talent. We talked about Julia. You mentioned most of the machine guns.
Yep.
I've talked about Rusev. And now, right after WrestleMania, you're bringing new talent up. Nothing against them, but you got Ethan Page is now a member of Raw.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was going to happen before WrestleMania. I thought Ethan and Ricky Saints was going to be called up.
Yeah.
And that they were going to be part of Seth's thing versus the Vision. But here's the thing, and this happens every year. We know this. After WrestleMania, what happens? Cut. Yep. So, of all the people that were on WrestleMania, who do you think's getting cut? So let's look at the place where the most obvious place where cuts can happen. Let's look at the Intercontinental match. You got Penta. They're not going to cut Penta. Javon Evans, Rey Mysterio, JD McDonough, Dragon Lee, and Rusev. Dude, I can 100% see them cutting Rusev again.
Oh yeah,
they have not used him for crap. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost Rusev. I wouldn't be surprised if JD McDonough, JD McChicken Nugget, Dragon Lee. Even I think Dragon Lee might be safe just because of the AAA. I think they would look to use him into AAA if before they would cut him.
Is Ray Phoenix hurt?
I don't not that I understand. I don't get it either, dude. I really don't. Liv versus Stephanie. I mean, Gunther versus Seth. No, I know nobody's getting cut there. I know that AJ Lee is stepping away.
Yeah.
Which not shocked at that at all.
Yeah.
All right, Paige and Brie Bella versus Charlotte and Alexa versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria and Lash Legend and Nia Jax.
They just signed Paige to a multi-year contract. She's not going anywhere.
Nope. They just brought her back.
The Bella Twins will be there for a little while because they've got to defend their titles.
Yep. What do you think? Do you think Bayley is on her way out? They've been treating her like that she's about to be done.
I think they honestly want to, But I think they're afraid she'll go to AEW, and be with Mercedes.
Mercedes, yeah. I think most of the people that were on Mania are probably safe.
Yeah. So
They'll keep. Yeah, I think they'll keep Dragon Lee just to keep him away from AEW. But more importantly, I think they'll if anything they'll send him to AAA.
Yeah.
So I would be surprised if they got rid of him.
It's the people who weren't at WrestleMania that were, like
Yeah.
you said, Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they disappeared.
Aleister Black,
I don't think him yet.
I think his wife is gone soon.
Akira Tozawa. I don't know if they might do that thing with her where they're like, look, we want to keep you here, but we're going to have to cut how much we're paying you. She's not doing a whole lot in the ring. Apollo Crews, I think he might be on the chopping block. Ariana Grace, B-Fab. Was it Berto and Angel? I could see them getting cut. Honestly, once they're done just doing their thing with the Americanos, I could see what's his name getting cut. My brain's taking a crap on me.
One of the Americanos?
Yeah.
Ludwig?
Nah, not Ludwig.
Not Chad Gable.
No, not Chad Gable. One of the fake ones. The fake ones.
Okay.
I can't. My brain.
They'll throw them down to AAA.
No, because I think they'd rather just get rid of them. Oh yeah, the Viking Raiders. I could see them dropping them.
Yep.
A lot of people from NXT probably.
Well, if you're going to be bringing up people, you got to keep the talent there too.
They got a bunch of people there already, though.
They do, but you're going to see.
Yeah.
You saw Ethan Page. You're going to see Saul Ruka soon. You're going to see probably Blake Monroe soon.
What about the Creed brothers? They're not doing anything with the tag division.
Yeah. Ever since they masked Chad Gable.
Yeah, they've had no
reason. Done anything with the Creed brothers.
Yeah, they haven't done anything with them. Who else? Dude, the way that they're treating LA Knight, I'm amazed that he ain't going. I mean, it's not even funny. And I'll tell you what, I guarantee you that they're after that statement that Michael Hayes made about Chelsea Green on what's that show, that WWE show, Backstage one, where he said,
is it?
Huh?
On something?
Unscripted.
So I don't think that's whatever.
Yeah, my brain's not working today. But after what he said about her on that show, about how she's not the one that you put the belt on, she's the one that you use to build up the people you want. After he said that, I'll tell you what, if I was Chelsea Green, I'd be going into friggin' Triple H's office and having a talk with him about that. But yeah, I'm like looking at who else. Natalya. I mean, they signed Natalya to a big contract just to keep her from going to AEW.
Yeah.
Nikita Lyons, I could see her getting cut because she's pointless now. Omos, you signed him to bring him back, and then you didn't do anything with him for over a year. You know,
This is a lot of talent.
they got a glut. Rusev brought him back, didn't do jack with him, sat him.
And like I said,
Pete Dunne, that's the one I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, yeah. They brought in, like I said, Ray Phoenix, and it's like
nothing.
Need to put his face on a milk bottle because a milk carton because he's lost.
Yeah,
like why you were in tag matches with your brother in AEW.
Here's a dude that no one's seen in forever, Sean Spears. You haven't seen him, dude. You haven't seen him on NXT. You haven't seen him anywhere. He's completely disappeared after coming back. Nakamura, he shows up every once in a while.
Yeah, well, he's ready to retire.
Well, yeah. But I mean, here's something else that needs to be the Wyatt Six. Complete waste of time with them. And then, like you said, Zelina, they haven't done. She's the new Scarlet.
Yeah,
she's there for his intro, and that's it. You leave Rio and Bravo alone. They're gonna be huge, I tell you. Huge. They'll be huge, I tell you. Huge. Oh my god.
They're gonna be the next Veer Mahans.
Yeah. Dude. But yeah, like we know it's coming. We know it's coming. Because it happens every year. But nice. So let's talk about the big things that did happen. One, Cody retained. I was not expecting that.
No.
So let's live with night one. Night one, Cody retained. I wasn't expecting that. Other than that, everything pretty much unfolded the way I thought it was going to on night one. The Paige and Brie Bella won, obviously, because we know they want to put the belt on the Bella twins, and one of them's hurt right now. So that completely went. That went exactly what we thought. AJ Lee dropped the IC title back to Becky Lynch, which we fully expected.
Are they going to do the New Day or the Freebird rules with Becky and
probably
Becky with the Bellas and Paige?
Yeah, because the whole point was they brought Paige back so that she could fill in for
Nikki.
Yeah. Gunther beat Seth.
Yep. Expected that.
Liv beat Stephanie. Expected that. Didn't think it was going to happen that quick, but expected that. Randy versus Cody. Randy and Cody is the only one for night one that did not go the way that I thought it was going to go.
We knew the Samoan Werewolf or night we
Jacob.
knew that Fatu was going to beat McIntyre.
Yep, we knew that was going to happen. Jimmy and Jay were going to beat Logan Paul and Austin Theory because it's Jimmy and Jay, and they're Logan Paul and Austin Theory.
Yeah.
And Logan losing in a tag match doesn't hurt him.
Nope.
But yeah, so Cody versus Randy was the only surprise from night one. Night two, Penta retaining. Wasn't surprising to me considering the people he was in the ring with. The only person I thought might have a chance of taking that belt off of him was Javon Evans.
Yeah, same.
So I wasn't shocked there. Trick defeating Sammy was a little surprising, considering how much they've built Sammy up. Rhea beating Jade was 100%. We knew that was going to happen. Finn beating Dom in the street fight. We knew that was going to happen. Roman beating Punk. We knew that was going to happen. It was awesome. That match was freaking awesome. But we knew it was going to happen. The big one up in the air was Oba Femi versus Brock. Was Brock going to put him over? Was Brock going to give him the rub? What were they going to do? And they went the way that I said that they should go. He won. But the shock was what happened after.
Taking his gloves and boots off.
Yep. And from what I understand, it's real.
He's got nothing left to prove.
No.
He let the guy go out the way he wants to.
Yeah,
why do you have to feed him? Why do you have to feed him to Gunther?
No, yeah. Well, and here's the thing: feeding him to Gunther now isn't going to have the same effect because Oba beat him.
Yeah, it isn't.
So he looked at it. He's like, "Look, we don't need." Oh yeah. Brock gave him the rub big time with this. He basically passed the baton to him.
Yeah.
Said, "You're the new beast now." But here's the thing: the fact that they're saying, "Well, this wasn't this," the WWE are saying that this wasn't planned and blah 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 blah. That doesn't mean it's not real because Brock has called his own shot before. Brock is one of the few people in WWE in the all the way back to like the early 2000s. He's one of the few people that could basically get away with telling Vince to piss off. And he's done that multiple times. He's called his own shot multiple times in the past. So this doesn't shock me at all. He went in there. He went into this WrestleMania. He looked at it. He's like, look, I'm at the point now where everything's going to be on the way down. I've already made scads of money. Do I need this anymore? And he probably looked at it and said, no, I don't. And if anything, I could see Brock using this as he wants to take one last stab at UFC before he's completely and utterly done. Do kind of like what Ronda and Gina are doing. Get that one big match where he can make a big bag and they make a big bag of money. Get that bag, and then he's done for good. And then he's done. He's done. So he can just go right now. He'll probably get the biggest Legends contract you've ever seen to just show up and sign autographs now. And that frees him up to do whatever the hell he wants.
No.
And we know that one of the things he wants to do is he wants to start working with his kids to bring them in. So I think it's 100% legit. I think they wanted him to go out later because I know that there's a show in his hometown. SummerSlam is in his hometown. I guarantee he'll probably make an appearance. But it'll be the John Cena kind of thing. He's going to show up. He'll wave around a little bit, and that'll be it. Let's see how long will it last? Because you got a few guys the same body type in W now, and we all know WWE treats certain types of wrestlers as interchangeable. Yeah. I think Oba's got enough of a charisma to him that he could potentially be the guy that they use as their monster. Over the years, we've had a handful of guys that they use that way, obviously.
Rob, I think you froze up. All right. Is Rob frozen or am I frozen? Malasino or somebody. All right. Well, on my end, Rob is frozen. Rob, you're frozen. All right, cool. All right. So, yes, there are quite a few people Obafemi's size. You know, you got Bronson Reed. All right, well, Bob's gone. All right. I honestly think it's just a matter of time before Obafemi is going to need a mouthpiece. And I think that mouthpiece is going to be Paul Heyman. He did wonders with Brock Lesnar. I think he can do the same with Obafemi. I just think I don't know Obafemi's mic skills enough to know how good he can be on the mic, because sooner or later he's going to have to start talking. Especially if he wants to start getting into title matches.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Yeah, we got some weirdness going on here.
That's right. I was saying that I think before too long, Obafemi is going to need a mouthpiece.
Yes.
I don't know his mic skills, but if he's going to be in the title hunt, he's going to need a mouthpiece.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And I can see Paul Heyman being his mouthpiece.
Yep. I can see that 100%.
You just want to let the newness of his being called up and getting a rub from Lesnar to go before he turns heel.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Same with Powerhouse Hobbs. I mean, he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on SmackDown.
Which that's the basically welcome. Well, it's good to see you here, kid.
But yeah,
But at least it shows that they got a little bit of interest in him.
you could put those two guys together as a new powerhouse tag team, Royce Keys and Obafemi, if you just decide to do that.
His mouthpiece should be Teddy Long, player.
But I don't know who.
I mean, here's the thing. Do I think Obafemi is going to be able to replace Brock? I don't think so.
No.
Is he a guy they could use in some of the same spots and the same kind of thing? Sure. It'd be nice if it turned out that he was, someone that they could slot in there like that. I don't know that that's going to happen though. Honestly, dude, I don't know the way that they've used Hobbs. I don't know if they're going to use him the right way.
I know you have Don Callis in AEW.
Yep.
You have crap, I can't remember his name. The manager for FTR.
Oh, Stokely.
All you have is Paul Heyman in the E.
Yeah.
At some point, Paul Heyman is going to hang it up.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't expect Paul Heyman to be doing this for. They got maybe another 4 or 5 years at it with him, and he's probably going to be done.
You need to work on getting another mouthpiece in the E.
Yep.
At some point, because guys like Obafemi, Powerhouse Hobbs do better when they have somebody talking for them.
And I agree with you 100% amount of people. I think he's already sinking in the shuffle. Here's a question. Who can they get that's got that?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's who do they have? I don't know who they have. Who I think could do a good job doing that? I think a guy like Chris Jericho, but he's not in WWE. I think a guy like Bryan Danielson could do a good job doing that.
Yeah. Somebody that could do a good job doing that, but I don't know that they're going to want to pull that trigger with him would be Regal.
Yeah.
Regal's another guy that could be a great mouthpiece. He was a good mouthpiece for the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yep.
me see here. Somebody that they could poach from AEW because they got a lot of old guys over there. Well, they had a great one in MVP.
Yeah.
And Vince cut their friggin' legs out from underneath them. So they left. They got pissed and they left. MVP is good at that stuff. He's really good at being a mouthpiece. Somebody else that could be a good mouthpiece if they could, and they could probably get him to come back, would be Christian. Christian's good at running his mouth. I don't think he's on the level of someone like I don't think he's on the level of someone like Paul.
No.
But he's pretty damn good at it. And here's the other thing too. You talked about Don Callis. Dude, from American, get that? What's his name from American Top Team?
Yeah, and I can't remember his name.
I thought you're talking about God dang it. I'm gonna look it up.
You'll never have the heyday of the E before we had Heyman, Slick, Mr. Fuji, Elizabeth, all of them at the same time.
No. Because you haven't
Jimmy Hart. I forgot about Jimmy Hart.
Yeah.
You'll never have that.
Well, they haven't cultivated anybody like that in decades. You don't have people like that anymore because you didn't look for them. Team history. Team personnel, coaches. Here we go.
Sherry was a great manager, yeah.
Sherry was. Oh, dude, if you want to talk about the greatest managers of all time, you're gonna talk about WWE.
Yeah,
because back in the day,
Teddy Long, player. Valdocino said, yeah.
Yep.
You had Captain Lou. You had the Wizard. You had, oh my God. I'm drawing a brain fart.
Dan Lambert.
Yeah, Dan Lambert.
Dan Lambert. He's the owner of American Top Team. Yeah, he'd be good, but he's gonna be kind of one dimensional too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you know who could be if they started him on that path right now would be Big E.
Yeah.
Big E's good enough at talking. He would be good at that. He would be good at that. I mean, you got Sean and Hunter, but they're too busy running the company. I don't know. I don't know anybody right now that but Don Callis is someone you could probably poach if you wanted a person that could be a mouthpiece like that. MVP. You know, if they hadn't treated him so crappy,
you could try Arn or Tully.
Tully would be better than Arn. As much as I love Arn, Tully would be better than Arn. I'm trying to think, man. There's not a lot of.
Hell, AEW had Jake the Snake as a mouthpiece.
Yep.
For a while, but like I said, at some point you gotta find a replacement for Paul Heyman because you're going to have wrestlers that aren't good on the mic.
Yeah,
and they have to have somebody if you want them to get over.
Yeah, Taz. Taz is another guy that was pretty good. I don't know, man. It's a lost art. I'd be worried about Orange Glock. Yeah, Tully had a much better personality for that than actually, you know, someone who's really good. If you've seen him talking on like the podcast circuit and everything, The Godfather. He's a really personable guy. He's very personable. He's a great talker. There's a guy that could be a good mouthpiece. I'm trying to think of any like some of the people from the past who've got a good head for the business. So let's see here. See legacy faction. Let's see here. Legacy tracks. I can't right now.
It's tough. It's tough.
It is tough. Because a lot of them are either too busted up to go that route, or some of them had mouthpieces themselves. Scott Norton. Jeez, dude. There you go. Forget Scott Steiner. You bring in Scott Steiner, man. Just let him do some Steiner math. Oh my God. Actually, you know, someone who could probably be a pretty good mouthpiece would be Kevin Nash. That dude could talk. That guy could still talk trash. So Kevin Nash might be. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. But anyway, we're going over time here, and I'm being summoned.
Uh-oh.
So yeah.
Duty calls.
Anyway, you overall you gave WrestleMania a 3.
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. I'll go Eric. Yeah, Eric Bischoff is another one that could probably be a good mouthpiece. I'm gonna say I'll agree with you on that. I think overall it was a 3. I think night one was like I think night one was like a 2. It was slightly below average, in my personal opinion. Night three was better, and I think a big part of it was because of what happened after the Obafemi Brock match. So I'll give it a 3 point. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 as well. It was above average, but man, nowhere near as good as it should have been or could have been. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and hang it up there, guys. I appreciate it. I apologize for all the technical issues and whatnot.
It happens.
And, well, you know, we've been having a lot of storms and stuff out here. I'm actually going to buy a new router, so things should be a little bit better. But all right, guys. Appreciate you guys being here. Maldacito, leg kick,
Big Daddy.
Everybody that was lurking. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody. And we will see you guys next week. Have a good one, guys. Bye.